Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at my Walmart card balance after almost a month of making just small payments to it. This is essentially my May debt update. So if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that my husband and I are on a mission to pay off all of our credit card debt by the end of 2021. We started out with around 16 credit cards back at the start of 2020 or like mid-2019. We had a few kind of false starts in 2019 trying to pay everything off. We kind of quit, and then we started fresh at the start of 2020, and since then we have been on a roll paying off credit cards left and right, and we are down to just 2 cards left. This Walmart card that we are currently working on, plus a Lowe's card. So in May, we took a little tiny bit of a break. We have been really hardcore paying off debt for a really long time now, and I was finding that I was neglecting some of my other financial goals, namely my sinking funds. I was really letting my sinking funds dwindle down in order to pay extra to our credit cards, and that was affecting us negatively. We actually had a situation where we had to use a credit card to make a purchase because we didn't have enough in our sinking funds, and that kind of defeats the purpose. So we took May to kind of dial back our debt payoff plan a little bit, focus more on bulking up our sinking funds, and so we're not going to have a whole heck of a lot to color in here with my Walmart card. This chart in front of me is from Debt Free Charts. I filled this out with you all in my last Debt Snowball update where we talked about me paying off one of my credit cards and getting started on this. And this card started out on May 11th with $4,366.63. We made just small payments on a weekly basis to this credit card, using some fun debt payoff challenges that I have been doing. I will link one of those debt payment challenge updates above so you can get a feel for what I'm talking about. But they're just fun games that I play to kind of figure out how much to pay in extra debt payments. And it was just a small amount. We weren't doing our huge debt snowball payment every week. We were focusing that money more on our sinking funds, but we did make a little bit of progress here on my Walmart card. Short story, very long. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So I've pulled in my mild liners. If this is your first time watching, I like to keep track of my progress using these fun charts. This is from debtfreecharts.com. It's a free printable. And I like to color code it. So I choose 2 colors to represent each month, and I color in the chart with that month's progress. And that way, when the chart is completely filled out, I can get a very easy visual as to how many months it took me to pay off. Here's an example of our Lowe's card. You can see there's 3 colors here, so we paid in March, April, and May, and that's how long it took us to pay this off. We started on March 16th and we finished on May 4th. So technically that's 2 months, but we've made payments in 3 months. And I just like to see the way that this plays out. It's a nice visual for me. So for May, the colors that I chose are this one in orange here, and this is in the color pink. And we're just going to color this chart in. So when I started this chart, we had $4,366.63. So the balance is $4,071 and change. So you can see we did not make very much progress at all in May, but every little bit of progress helps. We're going to celebrate that. So we can color in down to this 4,136 mark. We can't quite color in this next line because we're not quite there yet. We did make more progress than this in terms of payments, but because of the interest rate, you know, a lot of that went back to interest. So unfortunately, We're only coloring in 3 lines today, but that's 3 lines more than we would have done otherwise, so I'm happy. So we're going to go ahead and color this in, mark our progress, and then we're going to talk about the plan for June, because we want to make more progress than this on a regular basis, but we also don't want to be in the situation we were in where we were putting every single dime we had extra to the credit cards and neglecting our other goals. So we're going to try for a bit of a better balance in June. And I want to kind of talk that through with you, but for now I want to get this colored in. So we'll color in this chart and I'll be right back to chit chat with you guys about June. So that actually went super quick because we didn't have a whole heck of a lot to color in. So for June, obviously we want to make more progress than this, but we don't want to neglect our other goals and ambitions. So what is the plan for June? We're going to go back to debt snowball payments. We're going to be making a, certain payment every single week without fail. However, we can't go back to the $250 debt snowball payment we were making before. It's just not reasonable. Gas prices have gone up. Grocery prices have gone up. The cost of living is just higher right now. And my husband recently took a little bit of a pay cut. I mentioned this in a live stream. He's no longer taking on-call periods. So what he would do was about once a month he was taking calls after hours and on weekends, and during that time he was making a higher commission percentage on all of those jobs, and it was just more work on top of what he was making in a typical week. So on the weeks that he was on call, he would typically bring in quite a bit of extra money that we could roll into our budget. That was really taking a toll on him. He was working a lot of hours. It was very stressful. And he's been with the company that he works for a really long time. So they took him off call. He said, I just can't do it anymore. We wanted to have our weekends free to be able to do things together as a family, and we just decided that that was the best thing for him and for our family, but that means that we took a little bit of a pay cut. So while we are still totally fine to pay all of our bills and do what we have to do, it's just not realistic that we will continue to be able to make such large debt snowball payments every single week. And so our plan of attack needs to reflect that. I was trying to have everything kind of remain the same moving forward, and that's how we kind of got into this predicament where we were, sort of robbing Peter to pay Paul in terms of our sinking funds and our debt snowball payment. So I need to be realistic about what we can afford to do, and that means that we're going to have to lower our debt snowball payments every week so that we can still maintain a balance in paying everything we have to pay, putting money away for sinking funds, while still making progress on this debt. So what does that mean? That means that we might not be able to hit our goal of paying all of these credit cards off by the end of 2021. We're still going to try. We're still going to do our best. We're going to put everything extra that we can towards these credit cards. But, if we have to delay that gratification by a couple of months, it's well worth it to me to have my husband home on the weekends and have him no longer working those long hours. Money isn't everything. It certainly doesn't buy happiness. And so that is what it is. We will see as the year progresses how close we can get to paying these debts off by the end of the year. If we do it, great. If we don't, that's okay too. So the plan for June is to pay $150 every single week to this credit card that we are currently working on. You know, if there's a week where my husband's paycheck is a little bit lower, we might have to skip a week here and there, and that's okay. We're just going to roll with it. You know, when you're paid based on commission, paychecks fluctuate quite a bit. Some weeks are better than others. We're going to just aim for $150 to the credit card every week. And if we can pay more, we will. And if we have to pay less, we will. We'll just see how it goes. But that's the plan moving forward. So hopefully in June, we'll be able to tackle some more of this credit card. Maybe it won't be as fast as I would like, but every little bit helps. And that's the plan. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick little update video. Leave me a comment down below if you have ever had to change your plan, scale back your goals, and how you dealt with that. Because I'm struggling a little bit with this, I'll be honest. But overall, like I said, it's worth it to have my husband home more often. And, you know, I'm hopeful that my YouTube videos will continue to do well, and I'll continue to have this little source of income to help make some of these payments and get this gone quicker. If you would like to help us in our debt-free journey, you can give this video a big thumbs up. You can click that subscribe button. Anytime that you interact with my videos, it really helps to let YouTube know that these are the kind of videos that people want to see, so they will then show my video to more people. The more people that watch and see the ads on my videos, the more money I make, and the quicker we can get these cards paid off. So I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, friends!